hapa ilaha.
KBC ya mashinani. Na ugaibuni.
What is the right side of history? Ama sisi kuwa history when we die?
Je, ni kweli kuwa talanta inalipa?
Watu wengi mashuhuri duniani, kwa mfano wanamuziki, wachezaji na wasanii, wamefanikiwa maishani, kujulikana na kupata umaarufu bila elimu ya juu sana.
Talanta hailipi kuliko masomo, kwa sababu elimu hujenga msingi wa kukuza talanta.
Alifungwa kwa kosa la jinai. Kwa imetumikaje?
Imetumika kama kihusishi cha sababu.
Kihusishi cha sababu. Najua maana ya mwandamizi.
Ni kipande cha tatu katika mshororo.
Today we have an amazing couple on set, guys. Guys, I am on set with my mother and father. Ulikatiwa aje, mam? Ruzana.
Aku kosa kazi kukosi.
Haikosi kidogo kidogo.
Ongea ukweli.
Jeshi la Ulinzi la Kenya KDF linawatangazia zoezi la usajili wa Kenya ambao wangependa kujiunga nao kama wanajeshi. Zoezi hili litafanyika mwezi Oktoba mwaka huu. Usajili ambao utafanyika ni wa General Service Officers GSO, Cadets Regular and Graduates, Specialist Officers, General Duty Recruits, Tradesmen and Women and Defense Forces Constables. Je, una ndoto za kutumikia taifa la Kenya kama mwanajeshi? Kwa maelezo zaidi tegea KBC Radio Taifa tarehe 4 mwezi Oktoba, punde tu baada ya taarifa ya habari ya saa 1 usiku. Kadhalika, kwa maelezo zaidi ya wale ambao wangependa kujiunga na jeshi la Kenya, tembelea tovuti ya www.mod.go.ke. Kumbuka, tendo la hongo na ufisadi wa aina yoyote ni kinyume cha sheria na hakuna anayeweza kushawishi usajili wako, kwani zoezi hili ni bila malipo kwa wote ambao wangependa kujiunga na jeshi la Kenya. Ukikubali kuadaiwa, utapoteza pesa na mali yako na kuishia korokoroni.
Hello and a very warm welcome to Lunchtime News here on KBC Channel 1, coming to live from the broadcasting house in Kenya's capital, Nairobi. My name is Giverson Maina. Do join us for the next 30 minutes or about that for updates across and of course within the country, business and even sports. Now it goes ahead to President William Ruto's allies drawn from Ukambani region have laughed at perceived cracks within the opposition coalition, saying it has fallen apart and cannot challenge Kenya Kwanza in the 2027 general poll. These as opposition leaders led by Wiper's Kalonzo Musyoka warned investors against buying government press titles, including Kenya Pipeline Company. Speaking in Mwingi Town, Kitui County, during a boda-boda empowerment drive, the Kenya Kwanza and ODM lawmakers from the Ukambani region said the opposition was now split into several camps and therefore has no ability to unite the country.
Mumeona Matiang'i sasa wamesonga na Uhuru. Wao wameenda kipande yao. Mumeona yule Maranga pia anasema hata hapo yeye anataka. Maranga nene ngo. Munaona hata huyu Sutikombo. Hapo na rafiki yetu my big brother, Wiper party leader. Sasa hizo ni group tatu tayari.
The leaders, among them Mola MP Vincent Kawaya, said Kenya Kwanza was gaining more support thanks to empowerment programs at the grassroots.
Na wao mkiangalia kama huyu Sutikombo aliwacha serikali kama iko kwa mkono. Kuunda serikali nyingine ni ngumu sana. Hawezi. Tunajua huku Ukambani sisi tumebaki nyuma kidogo. Tunataka kusonga mbele. Kwa hivyo hii program imekuja ituinue sisi Wakamba wa Mwingi Central, Wakamba wa Mwingi West, Wakamba wa Mwingi North.
Wafanye nini? Ni maisha yenu kwa madawa ya kulevya.
In Kirinyaga County, dear lawmaker George Kariuki accused former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua of driving divisive politics in the Mount Kenya region.
And we are trying to persuade our people to not listen to those empty rhetorics and backward politics.
From that, parents are being urged to closely monitor the children and exercise a free and open communication with them as a means of instilling discipline and motivation for better academic performance. The calls were made during the 14th graduation ceremony at Kipsigis Teachers Training College, where tutors raised concerns over the rising cases of indiscipline in high schools, which have led to strikes and the destruction of property. Kabianga University Professor Willita Rob is in the meantime urging learning institutions to adopt a listening culture to foster an understanding with learners and prevent a further chaos.
Yeah. We are handling a generation that is very bold, need a lot of dialogue. We need to understand this generation, and this generation also needs to be molded to be patient, to be accommodative, and to be patient and humble people who can really accept to be guided.
And our schools across the country are finalizing preparations to ensure learners are well equipped for the upcoming grade 9 assessments under the competency-based curriculum, with rehearsals for the Kenya Junior Secondary Education Assessment scheduled for October 24th. And the exams are set to run from October 27th to November 6th, 2025. Institutions are leaving nothing to chance. At a private school in Kamulu, Nairobi, it is no different, as the focus is on readiness, with teachers and learners putting in extra hours. So far, the institution has already put in place key logistical measures, including arrangements of exam rooms, invigilators briefing, and already secured a storage for examination materials ahead of the national examination. Take a look.
We have all been preparing our teachers. We've taken them through trainings. We've taken them through how assessments are being done and how our questions are handled, so that they can be able to help our learners. Our learners have had external officers come speak to them, come take them through how practicals are done, how questions are answered, and we believe that they are going to make it.
Learners are really outgoing. They can research on their own. They have developed the communication competencies, and you can see the values are really instilled well. So for our school, I believe that we are ready. We are really ready for the exams. So our learners are really ready for senior school, and we are confident that us, as the teachers, we have done our part, and we have given them everything that they deserve.
We've had a lot of good academic help from our teachers, and I'm thankful for that. And I believe that we are ready for a KJSEA exam.
Now, the National Biosafety Authority has launched biosafety gardens in schools in Busia County in a move seeking to foster environmental conservation among students. The initiative that has seen at least 5,000 seedlings planted across Busende Primary School, Muwafia Junior Secondary and Mundika Secondary School has been hailed as a climate change mitigation tool. School heads and representatives of the authority hailed the program as a booster to the ambitious presidential 15 billion tree planting goal by 2032.
Instill that knowledge of how to care for the environment.
These trees are also important for conservation purposes, medicinal plants, and at the same time they will provide fruits.
Kuna matunda ambayo tutafaidika juu yake kwa sababu ina matunda. Miti itatuza mazingira ya ndege. Ndege pia watapata mahali pa kukaa.
Response to the climate.
Now, the State Department for Public Service and Human Capital has launched environmental conservation activities ahead of the Mazingira Day set for the 10th of this month. The launch kicked off with a tree planting exercise led by Paris Bosire, Secretary for Management Consultancy Services, the Public Service Club in Nairobi. Paris underscored the importance of public servants taking an active role in greening the country and urged staff across the public service to demonstrate commitment by planting and nurturing trees in their places of work and within their communities. The initiative is aligned with the government's wider efforts to restore forest cover, combat climate change, and promote sustainable development. Take a look.
For purposes of meeting our targets in the performance contract, but it's also a call that has been made by His Excellency the President to plant 15 billion trees within a specific time frame so that we can be able to green our country and also to ensure that these trees attract rain and the other good things that we can achieve from a green environment.
Now, authorities in Nandi County have intensified crackdown on coffee theft barely 2 weeks after a new law was passed to regulate the sector. A joint operation by police and county agricultural officers in Tinderet have intercepted a pickup truck ferrying 9 bags of stolen coffee berries, commonly known as boni. One suspect has been arrested and the vehicle seized. County Executive Committee member CAC for Agriculture Dr. Kiplimo Lagat says traders who attempt to bypass cooperatives and engage in illegal purchase or smuggling of coffee will face a prosecution, with several cases already lined up before the court next week.
So calling for the arrest of the farmers who are claiming to be farmers because we do not know them. As a county government, we've registered all the farmers and they know the law. Coffee must be sold only through cooperative, or if you are an estate farmer, then you sell your coffee from your own farm. You don't sell coffee from another farm. So we are calling upon all the law enforcements to make sure that they arrest any individual who is found culpable, who is found to be hawking cherries anywhere within the county. Anybody who is buying coffee also and moving coffee at night. We are aware there are people who sleep in some of these towns at night. They buy the parchments, they buy the coffee cherries, and we are going to arrest them.
Now, the government has been urged to scrap healthcare fees for elderly citizens aged 70 years and above to guarantee them access to quality medical services in their sunset years. The appeal was made during a free medical camp and wellness event organized by Liberty of Hope, a local non-governmental organization in collaboration with the national government. The event brought together citizens of elderly people who received medical checkups, grooming services, massages, and even entertainment.
Kindly look upon our elders. We really need them to guide us and to tap that knowledge that they have. Let us not forget them. Let us celebrate them like little actions of love.
And I'm requesting the government to celebrate the aged. Let every old person who is over 70 get free medical treatment in every health institution in the Republic without pay, without hassle, without delay.
Tumetibiwa, tumeona mkono wa Bwana, tumefurahi. Hata tumefurahi kushinda saa ile tunakaa huko kwa nyumba. Najua ukikaa kwa nyumba unakaa peke yako. Huko leo nimeongea na wewe, nimeongea na huyo na yule mwingine.
Tumejiandikisha na hatujalipa pesa. Na serikali imesema itakuwa inatulipia, tuwe tunalipiwa. Ndio tuweze kuwa shida zetu za kimwili ziweze kutimbiwa.
And I want to take you live to Westlands where doctors are speaking, and this is Davji Atela, Secretary General of KMPDU, concerning the matters of Kiambu nurses strike or healthcare strike in Kiambu County. Let's listen in.
Tukiangalia hata idadi ama shida zenye zimekuwako hata kabla ya mgomo huu kwa sababu ya idadi dogo ya madaktari ambao walikuwako. Hao wenye ameandika ni sawa, na hata tukirudi tutakuwa na wao kwa sababu ni ndugu zetu na wamekuja kutusaidia kazi. Kwa hivyo hatufutanio hiyo. Lakini ukweli tunataka ajue hata hao wenye wako huku ni wetu pia, kwa hivyo kila siku wanatuarifu yale yanaendelea huku. Madaktari wote 328 wamegoma. Tofauti ni kuwa kuna wale wako shule, kwa hivyo hawako huku ndani, na hawajaondolewa kwa malipo kwa sababu wanaona tu ni kama wako kazini. Kuna wale ambao tulipeana.
Now, those are officials of the KMPDU speaking on matters healthcare strike in Kiambu County, hoping that a resolution or rather a solution will be found. And that story takes us to a short commercial break. Don't go too far. Still so much more coming your way.
Looking to advertise on KBC? KBC announcement services are now available on eCitizen. Visit kbc.ecitizen.go.ke and fill out the online application form. It's simple. 1. Complete the form. 2. Upload required documents. 3. Receive a quotation based on word count. And 4. Get notified via SMS when your announcement is ready. Please note, clearly indicate the type of announcement, service station, and all relevant details. 2. All applications must be made online only. Manual submissions will not be accepted. And 3. Announcements will air after news bulletins. For assistance, reach us on email ecitizen@kbc.co.ke or use our social media handles, Facebook, your Facebook account, and X at your X account. Or you can call us on 0723-892-654 or 0734-780-124. KBC announcements. Simple, fast, and digital.
Pregnancy is a beautiful state because you are carrying a life.
355 women die each year due to excessive bleeding during delivery.
Unajua kulea mtoto, mimi nilikuwa natarajia alelewe na mamake.
We know what is killing our women, but women are dying because we have not made a decision that their lives are worth saving.
Join us this Sunday as we talk about postpartum hemorrhage, only on KBC Channel 1.
Now, welcome back. You're watching Lunchtime News here on KBC Channel 1. My name is Giverson Maina. Our sign language interpreter is Lucy Mwaura. Now let's go on. Micro and small business owners in Kitengela have announced plans to hold a joint business expo to showcase their products and strengthen networks. The investors say financial constraints have limited their participation in major business expos, prompting them to create their own platform to showcase products and services. The event, scheduled to take place in Kitengela, will provide opportunities for market research, business collaboration, and even job creation. Investors are now urging county officials to prioritize key enablers such as good roads, access to water, fair taxation, and security to attract and sustain business growth.
Remain in business by ensuring that they are visible enough, they are able to get new markets, and also be able to get investors in their businesses. So the theme of this expo, we are looking at igniting the local enterprise, our focus being promoting trade, innovation, and inclusive growth.
The Kajiado Investment Authority looks to ensure that the bottlenecks that encounter business people or investors in setting up businesses in a certain county, those bureaucracies are reduced or completely removed to ensure that it is easier to invest in Kajiado.
Now, the Coast Civil Society Network for Human Rights has petitioned the Mombasa County Assembly to review what it termed as a flawed public participation in the formulation of the 2025-2026 county budget. Speaking after submitting the petition to the Assembly, Coast Civil Society Network chairperson Hezekiah Dika said the petition cited systematic flaws, exclusion, and procedural irregularities during public forums across sub-counties. The network, which includes civil society groups, religious organizations, and non-state actors, argued that the process fell short of constitutional and even legal standards. He further noted that public forums were poorly organized, inadequately publicized, and often lacked budget documents and county officials, limiting a citizens' ability to provide informed input.
If you look at the control of budget, we had a budget of 17 point something billion. But if you go to our website, to date, the people of Mombasa passed a budget of 15.4 billion. So how did it rise from 15 to 17? And where was the participation of the people in that process? So we are saying that supplementary budgets, they may be necessary, but when you pass them, tell people that we have passed this budget. Yeah? And we also want that people participate. What is the essence of taking us through a budget process from August to the end of almost June? Then within 3 months you pass a supplementary budget that alters everything. It does not make sense. But the county has a duty, has resources to conduct civic education. And so we are saying that this petition, by the end, we must see civic education as live as it should be.
Now, Kisumu County Member of Parliament Ruth Odinga is now questioning against sustained early campaigns. Odinga says early campaigns are derailing the country's development agenda, and it is a time for leaders to focus more on service delivery. Additionally, she urged the youth to take advantage of the ongoing voter registration to register as voters and have their voices count at the ballot. She was speaking during the distribution of voter tanks, market stalls, and umbrellas to over 150 women's groups in Kisumu County.
Causing confusion to our electorates, because now instead of our electorates concentrating on what development can be done for them by us leaders, they are busy concentrating on who is better than who's going to be the governor, who's going to be the senator, who's going to be, and nothing is being done on the ground. And that is actually confusing the people. And then they are made to stand there and everybody's dishing out some small little money to these students. Why don't you take them to school? Why don't you empower the women children and the youth, and make sure that they can be able to be self-reliant. Why would you want to just come and stand there and talk about it's very rare you find now, whether we like it or not. People are going to funerals, they're just standing there talking about Aromo, Kosoka Aromo, and what have you, and that is not what we want. We want people to talk about this.
Now from Kisumu County back to Nairobi County, where Kabete National Polytechnic was fitted as the best hospitality and service stand during the Nairobi International Trade Fair at Jamhuri SK Showground in Nairobi. While receiving the award, the institution's chief principal, Dr. Patrick Mushemi, said the competency-based education programs at the TVET institutions are increasingly enabling students to have skills, knowledge, innovation, and technology in major trade fairs, urging learners to enroll in TVETs.
The students were able to really showcase what they have learned in our Kabete National Polytechnic, and I'm happy to say this year, 2025, we marked the best hospitality department at this agricultural show. In CBET these days, you realize that previously we used to really do a lot of theory work. But for our curriculum now that is quite modernized, quite skill-based, I think that is the reason why the students or the trainees are able to really display quite very applicable, industry acceptable skills since the students are trained on a modernized curriculum.
Now let's get sporty. Anton Semenyo proved an absolute masterstroke after scoring twice and assisted twice, once as Bournemouth came from behind to beat Fulham 3-1 last night at the Vitality Stadium. Fulham's 70th minute, led by Ryan Sessegnon, was cancelled by Semenyo 8 minutes later, and Fulham's play Tottenham Hotspurs. Manchester United will face Sunderland. Arsenal will play against West Ham. Spectacular show of course hoping for a mouth-watering game between, of course, Chelsea and Liverpool, and of course Arsenal versus West Ham United, and of course the great Manchester United as they faced Sunderland just a few hours from now. My name is Giverson Maina. Our sign language interpreter is Lucy Mwaura, and until next time, see you and bye-bye.
Nini na viatu juu ya kiti Maarifa?
Ni nini na wewe?
Mtoto unavyomlea sivyo Maarifa.
Kwani unataka nimlee namna gani?
Hiyo ni tabia gani?
Lea wako wajana mimi, si uko na wako au huko?
Tena imekuaje? Jamani. Sasa ni tabia gani, malezi gani haya?
Mtoto kupiga mtu mzima chakula. Nitakupiga mbao sasa hivi hapo. Hebu tu hapo. Mtoto ana adabu na watu. Mtoto kupekesheni watu. Hapana zoa, unajui kuchapa. Hapana zoa, hapana. Unajui kuchapa. Hapana.
Ya Musa.
It is always a good time on Bridge over Congo. Catch us every Saturday from 10 p.m. till midnight.
Join me, the Rumba Supreme Leader and the Grand Ayatollah Simeon Mfumo Kimbango and
Winnie Marie Jose, Bridge over Congo.
Mungu esilakano nzungute kasielenge Mungu esilakano.
Chumvi huyeyuka chunguni lakini ladha yake hubakia.
Sadakta, hujambo mwanadunia popote ulipo na karibu tena sana katika makala mengine. Makala ni ya dunia ya wiki hii, tukiangazia taarifa za kimataifa kutoka rubaa za kimataifa. Katika makala ya juma hili, aliyekuwa rais wa DR Congo Joseph Kabila ahukumiwa kifo ingawa hakuwepo mahakamani. Israel yasema kuwa watu 700,000 wametoroka jijini Gaza huku jeshi likizidisha mashambulizi ambapo Wapalestina kadhaa waliuawa kwenye mashambulizi ya angani ya Israel kote Gaza, hali za kibinadamu zikizorota jijini Gaza. Na Kenya yatumia sayansi na teknolojia kuimarisha utunzaji wa wanyamapori. Ni baadhi tu ya taarifa ambazo nimekuandalia mchana wa leo, na toa mwaliko wa mapema tuende sawa hadi tamati mwa kipindi Dunia ya Wiki Hii kwa taarifa hizi na nyingine lukuki. Karibu, mimi ni Isaac Lemoka. Israel imezidisha mashambulizi huko Gaza huku hali za kibinadamu zikiendelea kuzorota jijini Gaza na idadi ya vifo kuongezeka.
Wapalestina kadhaa waliuawa kwenye mashambulizi angani ya Israel kwenye ukanda wa Gaza, huku jeshi la Israel likiendeleza operesheni ya kijeshi viungani mwa jiji la Gaza, kwa mujibu wa halmashauri ya ulinzi wa kiraia wa Gaza. Hatibu wa halmashauri hiyo Mahmoud Basal aliliarifu shirika la Jinwa kwamba mashambulizi hayo yalitekelezwa kwenye maeneo ya makazi na mahema yanayowahifadhi watu